The deal still hasn't been signed, but what's the latest on the timing of when this will be done and how it all came together?
Well, look, Laura, he's there. He flew back to Green Bay, right? He showed up at the training facility. Clearly, he's going through meetings with the team, and tomorrow's the first day on the field. Now, again, they're waiting to finalize that agreement. That has all the parameters in place, and every sign points to Aaron Rodgers getting it done. But I still think they're going over some of the language, some of the details. There's been speculation the Packers have some interest in Randall Cobb with the Houston Texans. That's also true at this point in time. So there are a whole host of things that they're still sifting through that essentially will give Aaron Rodgers some of the concessions that he wanted, most notably the last year of the deal being voided. And then, of course, there being default language in there, default language, so that essentially if and when he doesn't show up next year, he gets to keep the money. So that right there is a motivator to move on from the Green Bay Packers, for them to trade him if that's what he wants, because he could retire and have all the money count against their salary cap. So these are the issues that they're sorting through right now. But Aaron Rodgers clearly got the concessions that he wanted and needed to come back to Green Bay, and they should get this done, but it's not done just yet.
That point about him getting to keep the money is sneaky interesting. He also just put that little Randall Cobb note in there, too, so we'll get more on Randall Cobb a little later on. But, Dan, the Packers have been back-to-back NFC championship games. They've lost the games. Are they now poised to take the next step and actually win the NFC championship?
That little nugget that Schefter just shared about the potentially keeping the money changes it a little bit to me. I would say this is a championship roster, not a championship team right now. There's been a lot of distraction attached to this organization over the last 3 or 4 months. And I don't believe that this distraction is necessarily just going to go away. The whole situation in and of itself with Aaron Rodgers in the front office isn't just going to end. What do they do during times of difficulty this year? What happens? There is no RELAX moment this year because there's potentially not an end date. Like, there is no hard out for either side. They still have the potential to control him next year, at least as far as it sits right now. And Aaron Rodgers can still review the situation and go, maybe I do want to come back. So, I feel like this is a conversation we will have on a weekly basis. And I would say, lastly, this. The Green Bay Packers have done a great job of putting winning first above all things over the past couple years. And now that they know the unhappiness of Aaron Rodgers, will that stay true during the season? Or is it, well, winning's really important, but this might help us keep him for the future? I think that becomes a conversation within their building as well.
I don't necessarily believe that it has to be.
Mina, you go ahead. Mina, go ahead, and then Ryan right after. Go ahead, Mina.
No problem. I'm still a little bit puzzled, Dan, because you talked about the conflict between Aaron and the front office. But based on this new arrangement, Aaron kind of is part of the front office. Like, is he the assistant GM or the assistant to the GM? That's an office joke, Dan. You wouldn't get it. I don't know. Like, he's bringing Randall Cobb back. Jordy Nelson going to come out of retirement. To me, it really doesn't matter once the season starts. And I actually think all of this drama, the distractions, it doesn't matter if they start winning, if they look like they did last season. That's a pretty high bar to clear. Because throughout all of it, Aaron drew a pretty clear distinction that his quibbles were not with anyone on the team or the coach. It was with the front office, and I don't think any of his teammates hold it against him. I'll also say this, where you talk about how this increases pressure on the team to win the Super Bowl now. They already had a lot of pressure to win the Super Bowl this season. Yeah. This is a roster that is capped out, that is about to pay Devontae Adams more than most quarterbacks in the NFL. They have to win this season anyways. Even if Aaron Rodgers sticks around, they're never going to be in a better position than they are right now.
Yeah, the phrase in Green Bay should be sense of urgency. And it's not like you don't go into every football season thinking to yourself, this has to be the year we put it all together. We want this year to be the Super Bowl year for us. But that's what it is for Green Bay. The last 2 years you've been in the NFC Championship. You didn't play well against the San Francisco 49ers, and obviously you have a fourth down decision that may have kept you from getting to the Super Bowl this year. But now we see an end to Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. today, but we don't know when that end is going to be. So that level of uncertainty that you have at that position has to kick into play for all these men in the locker room and say, yo, we got to get it done this year. And Aaron Rodgers believes that. I think Aaron Rodgers knows that. If you're Devontae Adams and you're about to break the bank, you know that as well. But it's also on Coach LaFleur. It's also on Brian Gutekunst. Sure. What are you guys going to do to continue to keep winning the main thing? Because I believe Aaron Rodgers controls his story. Aaron Rodgers knows what he wants to do. So if you have always said the things that you've done for this team and this organizations was to win championships, and you feel like you've done those things right, don't let Aaron Rodgers' feelings change that. Keep about your business the way that you have gone about it the last 5 years.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.